Hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, let's see what kind of year Putin is going to have for 2026. This is continuing. Ooh, snake. Ooh. This is continuing the 2026 predictions for world leaders. We've done Trump and we've done JD Vance. Let's see what's up for Putin for 2026. What's up for Putin for 2026? All right. Cards are ready. Oh, interesting cut. Oh, we're going to hear some news. Oh, good news for Putin. Very good news for Putin. Ha. Even he doesn't know what it is. The book is closed. We're not to know what this news is. Oh, yeah. Some kind of contract, some kind of news. Wow, Putin's going to have a fabulous year. Very stabilizing year for him. Might hear something about a female in his life. We could hear that he's getting married, for example. Wow. Putin is actually having an amazing year next year. I don't know, is there an election? If there's an election next year, he's going to win it. Let's find out. All right. Very stabilizing year, new kind of stabilization for him. I think he's going to, we all know he's got a girlfriend or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if he made that a commitment. So we're gonna hear really fantastic news. He's got great money news coming. The country's going to be doing very well. He's got a friend by his side. Like, he doesn't really have one bad card here until we get to the cross. And this is crosses that you must bear. And I'm thinking this is some kind of karma, especially when it comes to a female. A female might turn their back on him. So, for example, an ex-wife, a daughter, or somebody who is close to might reveal some kind of secret about him. His money looks fantastic. He's just got lots of really fantastic good news along the way. I can't say one bad thing about this for him. Yeah. Like I said, if there was an election next year, he would win it hands down, which I think he always wins. It's a great time for him to move into a new house. We'll see if he has two houses. Anything good that happens to him next year is actually going to last a very long time. His money looks absolutely stable. Definitely has some kind of information that we're going to hear some kind of news about him. But the book is closed. We don't know what it's about. We don't know if it's about his health, about his leadership. This could be the binding peace talks as well. The house could be him gaining the land from Ukraine. We could hear that he gets all the land he wants in Ukraine as part of the peace plans. Putin 2026. Putin or whoever plays Putin. The character we call Putin. Okay. Oh, wow, gift. The peace talks are going to go towards Russia. False person. Despair. Oh, on the book, we have despair. I think a female is going to betray him. Like I say, is it his ex-wife is going to expose his secrets, a daughter? Apparently one of his daughters was exposed in Paris, and he got quite angry about that. He's really tried hard to keep his private life private. So maybe that's part of that. Great fortune and the son and the gift. Something is really coming his way. Unexpected income. Wow, lots of money. He's got both income cards, both child cards. Marriage, what did I tell you? I think we might hear that he's marrying his girlfriend. She could be pregnant. Absolutely could be pregnant. There's an official person around him that he really shouldn't trust. Change. Occupation on top of the, yeah, job. Everyone's going to be really happy with Putin. Absolutely really happy with him. Yeah, there's going to be, I think, you know who this mature man I think that he gets along with, who's his friend, is Trump. Believe it or not, that's who I think that is. I wouldn't classify Zelensky as a mature person or nor a friend. Everyone's going to really praise Putin about the job he did with Ukraine. I think that there's somebody around Putin he cannot trust, an official person, somebody who acts really, um, you know, nice to his face, but will stab him in the back. And it's one of his official aides. There's again, there's something here. I think the Russian government, the Russian people, Putin himself is going to get a real boost in income. I think the economy is going to do very well in Russia. I think that we might see him get married, and might even see, we have two children here, so there's a real possibility of pregnancy that results in marriage. But I think that there's going to be some kind of concern about a little bit of gossip here about him later in the year. Perhaps maybe it is a jealous ex. He has many exes, or not necessarily divorced, but girlfriends or whatnot. Or could be a daughter or some female that's very close to him is really going to um, release some information about him that's going to be very upsetting to him and very damaging to him, and it'll be closer to the end of the year. But let's go month by month. So January, I think he's going to find out who this person is. This I think this is the peace talks, and I think somebody's, there's the offer of peace and the other person says sure, but off goes the guns again. In February, I think that I think in January he's going to discover an official person, somebody who he really trusted, somebody close in his administration, actually is a false, is possibly a spy. Um, stabs him in the back kind of thing, wants his position. And so in February, we're going to hear of a new kind of general around him. He'll announce in January. Perhaps it's somebody who looks after the new lands that they've got in Ukraine. March is going to be such a fantastic month for him. I think, with the war ending, then the economy and whatnot can turn around. April, I think I would not be surprised. April's gonna be a very significant month for him because we have the 4 on the 4. I would not be surprised if we hear that he moves or he finds out he's having another child, or something very stabilizing starts for him in April. So perhaps he finds out he's pregnant in April. By June he has to marry this girl. I don't know. Let's find out. April, May. Yeah, absolutely fantastic news coming his way. Um, Honestly, I don't see anything terrible for him. And June, here we have the marriage card in June with the female. So that's what I'm saying. Like, She finds out she's pregnant in April. In May, this could even be the offer of an engagement ring. I've seen this come up as an engagement before. And in June, they get married. July, another fantastic month for him. I wouldn't be surprised if he is invited and he goes to any of some of the July celebrations in the United States. I'm serious. Like, this would be an invitation, a very significant, lucky invitation. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. August. This is interesting because he has the anchor and the change. Maybe the stabilization is the change in his life. An older gentleman having a new child come into your life, that would be a huge change for him. I mean, I think, you know, I think he's in his 70s, but that doesn't mean anything. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear, well, I don't know if we hear or not because he's so secretive, um, this child coming into his life. So here we have September, and this is news that really upsets him. Really upsets him. We are not allowed to know what this is. Is this about his health? Is this about, is this political? Is this personal? We don't know, but it's very upsetting to him. And he hears that in September. In October, if he wants to call an election, I would call it in October. Honest to God, I would. His popularity is going to go up in the ranks. People are going to be very happy with him. I think that the economy in Russia is going to get a bump somehow, and people will be working and they'll be very happy. November, again, more money. The guy is just rolling in money. So I don't know, with the war being over, if oil is flowing again. He's thinking, though, of ways to make even more money. Perhaps he's thinking of ways to make money for the people or industries, or something is going on here that he's constantly thinking now. He's not distracted by the war, that he can work on the economy. And then December is actually going to be a real pivot month for him. It's going to feel like somebody took the air out of his balloon. It's like the whole year was going fantastic, and then December hits. It'll be December will be a karma month for him. What this karma is here, we're not to know. I think some of the ghosts from Christmas past will come to visit him in December 2026. It'll be a very concerning month. Could it be health? Could he hear some news about his health that's upsetting? Um, I don't think it's going to be about Russia per se, because when you do a president's prediction, you have to include the whole country, because he has that energy, right? Um, I think it's. To tell you the truth, I think it's personal. I think it's personal. I think he's going to be great. I think this is Donald Trump. He's going to be great friends. Don't be surprised if he gets an invite to the official July celebrations. We have to remember, Russia really supported the United States in a couple of wars, and they had a lot to do. Believe it or not, you can Google it, during the Civil War. So you can have a look at that too. So they are part of the history, and not to mention the many, many, many Russian people who came to the United States and created a life for themselves. So don't be surprised. I think that we're going to see closer relations with him and Trump. I don't think that's Xi Jinping or anyone else. I think this is Trump. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.